Hello, this is a news flash really. So in the last hour we've learnt that Richard Madeley, that doyen of breakfast television, is in hospital, having yesterday been swimming in fish guts and being covered in rotten fruit in a TV show that I'm afraid I've never seen called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It seems the very name itself seems bizarre, almost oxymoronic. But Richard Madeley and I ran up against each other in my time on The Circle, and he was persuaded then to indulge in a particularly unpleasant practical joke, a sort of Venus spas. And the problem with a practical joke, as I've said many times in the past, is somebody always gets hurt. You may eventually manage to emerge from it with a smile, but it's not believable that these things are harmless. These things are not harmless. These things hurt. It's one of the reasons why I think when you come to the end of that great opera, Così fan tutte, you have to ask, how can the girls actually go back to these boyfriends? They can't. Too much harm has been done through the practical joke. When I staged, I took the view that final scene had to be purely theatrical. So at 5:30 this morning, paramedics were called to the castle in Wales where the celebrities are being processed, and Richard Madeley was taken off to hospital, and the news is now broken. But it worries me, and I'll talk further about this. It worries me that we've got to a point, on television particularly, where we think that it is right for entertainment to be predicated on pain. Now, I know that I spoke out about the way The Circle had gone down a very dark alley with its twists and turns, and its catfishing, the nastier side of catfishing. I think I told the executive producers that I thought it had become a very nasty show. I was in fact asked if I would join the production company and give my ideas. I said, well, only if it's nicer. This didn't seem to be something they wanted to hear, so in the end the show was cancelled. And to a certain extent, I must say, I'm rather glad. But it's gone off to Netflix, and they're pursuing the same sort of nasty tricks and twists there for entertainment, and people will get hurt. I would say, with all honesty, the period that followed my experience on The Circle has been the most stressful period of my life, and I can say this as somebody who's been held at gunpoint on 3 occasions. It was more stressful than that. Why? Because the same environment that wants to play these practical jokes also wants to manipulate and control. Because in the end, a practical joker, somebody who pours dead fish on you, somebody who pours rotten fruit on you, a practical joker is a bully. We cannot have campaigns against bullying and at the same time endorsing this sort of practical jokery on television as a mainstay of our entertainment night after night. It's foul, and people will get hurt. We know there's this catalogue of suicides. We know there's a catalogue of serious illness that follows participation in reality TV. We know there's a series. We know there's a catalogue of domestic hurt, a catalogue of divorces and broken homes from participation in these programs. Television entertainment is tough at the best of times. To make it worse, to make misery the basis of entertainment, is surely something that no civilized country since ancient Rome should countenance. This is to go back to the days of the Roman arena, to go back to the days of the gladiatorial contest, to pour fish heads and pour rotten fish on somebody for fun. This is inhuman. This is foul. This goes beyond the sort of vena spas, beyond the practical joke that I experienced when I was in the circle. This is abhorrent. I'm really proud of the fact that I've never watched this programme. I'm quite proud of the fact that I've never really watched Strictly Come Dancing. I don't want to endorse this level of nastiness. I'd be really interested to know what you think about these ideas. I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little bit strident about it, and I do wish Richard a really speedy recovery. And I would love to discuss this further directly with Richard. I'm sure he and I would have some things to say. And I must say, I very much enjoyed meeting him at the National Television Awards a couple of years ago. And as far as I'm concerned, the issues that we had, those are over. But there are other issues which lie at the heart of this entertainment empire, and the production companies who are running this are very, very powerful. And if they make a decision that you're a squeaky wheel and nothing further will happen, and that's it. That's it. I'm sure that's it. These people are powerful. And what do we do with powerful bullies? We stand up to them. Please do follow my channel and do ring the bell. And I'd be really interested to know what you've got to say.